Elliott Smith. Those familiar with his music already know what an amazing songwriter he was. His song Between the Bars has such an amazing chord progression that I just had to make an episode about it. Personally, I think his music has it all. It's incredibly expressive, beautiful, complex, and easy to listen to at the same time. Some of you might have heard Between the Bars for the first time in the movie Good Will Hunting. But it's not a surprise that you'll find his music in tons of other movies and TV series. Between the Bars starts with a beautiful soft sound of a minor 7 chord. Oh, and the guitar on the original track is tuned a whole step down. So for the guitarists out there, I'll just name the chord shapes as you see them, but in reality you need to convert them a whole step down. So when I say A minor 7, in reality it's a G minor 7. And for any other instrumentalists watching, the correct and converted chords are above the note examples. So why did Elliott Smith tune down his guitar in the first place? Well, that's because I think it was easier to sing and play. But an added bonus is that the tuned down guitar sounds very full and deep. Apart from this A minor 7 chord, during the verse we already have some nice chords. For example, this F major add 9 or this E minor 7 chord in the second inversion. These are all very subtle but beautiful chords, and they give the verse extra color. But what comes next in the chorus really surprised me. The first time I heard it, I found it to be quite strange. Did you catch that? There's one more special trick towards the end, but first let's talk about this part. When I reduced this chord progression by playing just the bass notes, you can already hear this amazing progression's backbone. And this is where the magic happens, the chromatic descent. The chords that he plays are F major, G7 add 13, A minor, C, F minor / A flat, E minor / G, D9 / F sharp or D9 over F sharp, or you could see it as a F sharp half diminished add 6. Now this might sound a bit difficult, but to get to these chords is actually quite easy. This type of chord progression is something that we've heard all throughout music history. I talk about it more in depth in my video The Last Beatles Song or my video about the lament bass. But how did Elliott Smith get to this first chord that sticks out so much? For this, we need to look at the special chord trick that he uses at the end of the chorus. What he does here is very simple, but it has an amazing impact. We start on an F major chord, which turns into an F minor chord. We go from a bright and radiant sound of a major chord to a more darker sound of the minor chord. And the great thing is that you can use this technique on any major chord you like. And you can also flip this around. We can go from a minor chord to a major chord. In the chorus, the first chord that sticks out is an F minor chord. But instead of the F as a bass note, the A flat is a bass note. The next chord, E minor / G, just logically slides everything down half a step. And this D9 over F sharp or this F sharp half diminished add 6 is just a very logical way of continuing this half step downward movement. The chords for the full song are available on my Buy Me a Coffee page for you to play along to. It includes taps, chord symbols, and an easy piano arrangement. So the second part of this chorus does not have this chromatic descending movement. Here the line beautifully resolves to the F major chord, that later turns into an F minor chord. I hope you enjoyed my breakdown of this beautiful song by Elliott Smith. Be sure to check out any of my other song analysis videos in the linked playlist. Stay inspired, stay creative, and for now, see you next time.